Welcome, full steam ahead students and Minecraft players. Welcome to our coronavirus edition of Minecraft on the Go. Today I'm going to be showing you about our moon base mission. This is something that we've tried before in a couple different ways, but I've got a new server that's set up. It is pretty cool looking. So in this particular game, I'm going to bring you in and show you around. If you haven't already watched our video about how to add our multiplayer server, make sure you go ahead and do that. It's right there on YouTube, Full Steam Ahead page. You can go there. It might also be in your email as well. So make sure you're using the Java edition of Minecraft. That's minecraft.net. It's got to be on a PC or a Mac. So our moon base mission today, we're going to be designing a moon base. In this fictional scenario, we're going to be having just landed on the moon. Our orbiter, our lander, just landed in a crater from our orbiter. So let me get in and show you around a little bit, and then we'll talk a little bit about the challenge for today. All right, so when you spawn in, you're going to be in our lander here. Our lander, let's see, let me clear my inventory. Our lander here, you can look out if you want to. We're stuck in a crater, but as you go down, you're going to be spawning in survival mode. Now, important to notice about the moon is that you can jump much higher than you can in any normal Minecraft world. That's because on the moon there's 1/6 the gravity. So we designed this map to look a lot like the moon. Now here's our lander that you just crawled out of. I'll show you around some of these other spots over here. Oh, Jimmy was here. As you open up some of these spots here, so our supply shop is right there. This is probably the first place that you're going to want to go. As you walk in, on the left you've got a bunch of free items. You've got pickaxes, different tools, some food, a chest, all those things for you. Here is some things that you'll need to trade for. So if you want some coal, go visit this villager here. And it's going to cost you 64 light gray concrete. So you got to go mine some concrete. He'll give you some coal. And each of these guys you can trade for. These are undetermined. I can add those as we need to, but they're ready to go whenever we need them. All right, so that's our moon base, or that's our supply shop over there. This beacon is just showing you right to the moon there. I mean, that must be the Earth. This beacon is showing you how to get home. So if you wander off in this map, it's pretty easy to get lost. It's a giant crater that we're in. There's lots of stuff you can explore inside the crater, but if you decide to wander off, that's fine too. All right, so this here is our smelting shack. This is where you can come and turn your raw materials into processed materials. And so most of these things are going to have coal in them already. You can always go buy some more if you need some. We've also got chests in here, and we've got some different things, crafting table and whatnot. I probably should have taken you here first because this would have been important to know. In space, you want to make sure that you have a spacesuit. So over here, our spacesuit shop. You come on over here. Here's the spacesuits. You likely won't be able to take any of these, so you can come over here and you can, there you go. You can outfit yourself with a spacesuit. There we go. There's Mr. Shore spacesuit, and actually I'm going to leave this part off so you can identify that it's me. I'll just keep my helmet on. All right, now in this mission, you guys are going to be actually mining on the moon. In the real, in a real world scenario here, we would have kind of a starter moon base, somewhere to come back to. That would likely be made from, parts of rockets that have gone up there and launched up there and started to build out, some basic survival. Basic survival stuff. So, we've kind of started with that. And then on the moon, in the real world, there actually is an abundance of iron. Now, it would be kind of labor intensive and cost intensive to gather it. But if you look at this map, there's this iron everywhere. And so that's what the vast majority of our buildings are going to be made out of, is iron. You can also, this moon rock here, aka light gray concrete, you can mine that stuff if you want to. We can get a whole bunch of that. But it's going to obviously be a lot stronger, a lot better if we use the iron that's available to us. So there are some paths up here. You can create your own path up here as well. And like I said, there's iron just about everywhere. Ugh. All right, now once you get your iron, you have a couple different options here. You can go smelt it and start building using your iron blocks. You're going to need a lot of iron blocks to start building. Or you can come over here and you can trade it in some situations here. So we can get glass, we can get crafting tables, you can get your own furnace, you can get coal, like I said, for some other things. And we can add some other things to trade as we go too. Now the goal here is going to be, here's kind of a concept moon base. We want to build a moon base that we can all survive and live on together. So it's going to require building lots of different components. We're going to need life support components, we're going to need living quarters, we're going to need a cafeteria, we're going to need exercise and fitness rooms because we do have 1/6 the gravity, so we want to make sure the muscles stay strong. Otherwise, because we're not really using them, or we're using them 1/6 as we normally would. And you can imagine you'd need a lot of other things up here on the moon. So as you go exploring, mining, and finding different things, we're going to come back and we're going to build one interconnected moon base. Now, what you see here is just about everything is connected, and there's a good reason for that. Going outside on the moon is a big deal. You can't just readily go outside on the moon. If you do, it'll be either freezing cold or burning lava hot. There will be no air, and the radiation from the moon, or I'm sorry, the radiation from the sun, since there's no atmosphere, could kill you in a matter of seconds. So we are going to have our spacesuits on. You can see I've got mine on, at least my helmet on. And you'll notice that all these buildings have what's called an airlock. An airlock is so that we don't experience what's called explosive decompression. So basically, inside here, there's air, artificial air. We would have some sort of device that's creating air for us in here. And outside on the surface of the moon, there's no air. Now, what would happen if I open this door without an airlock? All the air in here would very rapidly zoom right out this door. If that happened, everything inside of this room, and me included, would be sucked out onto the surface of the moon, and we would probably all die very quickly. That's called explosive decompression. Now, in a real scenario here, you would have, I might have built these a little too close, but in a real scenario here, you would have these doors close, and then all the air would slowly get sucked out of this room here. It would happen slowly so that we don't have explosive decompression. That way, when I open these doors, there's no air in here, and there's no air out there, so voila, there we go, we can safely walk out. So we want to make sure we build these basic ideas into our buildings as well. All the buildings should have those types of things. Here we go, here's an airlock, which is a little better designed over here. It's not quite so, you can actually pretend that the air is being pumped out or pumped in if you're going in. And it does take a while in the real world. Alrighty, well, I hope to see you guys out there. Remember that we do have some very strict rules about griefing. There will be no griefing. If there's anything that you need on the server, you can come find one of our moderators, one of our ops operators, and you can ask them. Oftentimes, you'll have to trade them for it. But if there's something specifically you need for your building, we'll be happy to accommodate that. Have fun, be creative, and no griefing. See you later.